covering the agent force and how agent force is used alongside MuleSoft. Okay, so the topic for today is unlocking the agent force potential using MuleSoft. Yep, Venkatesh, let's move forward. So it's a safe harbor statement. Maybe Venkatesh should just need to edit to Mohali MuleSoft meetup group, not Pune. I
Yeah,
think I sent you the updated slide. Yeah,
you
we have.
gave me. I just copied the other one. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Please change it right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
like
I changed it. Yeah.
I did, but it was very last minute.
Yeah, and I just remove. Yep. Bye.
I have added you as a new.
Yep. Thank you. Okay. So it's a safe harbor statement. So both the speaker and host, like me and Venkatesh, are organizing this meetup in our individual capacity only. And we are not representing our companies over here. And this presentation is strictly for learning purposes. So we don't hold any responsibility. Whatever solutions we're gonna show in this meetup will work for your business requirements. And this presentation is not meant for any promotional activities. Yeah. Oh yeah, so these are the moderators, like for Mohali Meetup, Lavina, myself, Manpreet, and Komal. Yeah, yeah. So yep, I am the organizer for today's meetup. So I'm working as a technology architect at Infosys. I'm a MuleSoft ambassador and a MuleSoft meetup leader for Mohali chapter. I'm MuleSoft certified integration and platform architect. Overall, I got around 14 years of experience in integration domain. So I started with IBM Sterling B2B integrator, then I moved to TIPCO, and now I'm working in MuleSoft. This is my LinkedIn profile. We can connect over LinkedIn, and I have my own channel also on integration, which is called Your Integration Buddy on YouTube, where I publish the tutorials based on MuleSoft. So if you got some time, do check out some of that stuff I have posted on my channel. Yeah, Venkatesh, let's move forward.
Yeah,
Okay. So today we have a speaker with us, Venkatesh. So first of all, thank you, Venkatesh, for taking out time to prepare for this topic. Okay, and share your knowledge with the audience over here. Yep, Venkatesh, over to you.
sure. Yeah, thanks, Vikas, for the opportunity. Thank you so much, and thanks everyone for joining today. So I'm Venkatesh Zara. I'm working in Infosys as a lead consultant. I have almost completed all the certifications in MuleSoft, as well as did something from Salesforce side, AI associate and specialist. Uh, uh, I'm holding overall around 11 plus years of experience. So, I started my career with Java, then I worked on Tipco, then MuleSoft. Okay, this is my LinkedIn profile, and I do write technical blogs on Medium as well. If you're interested, you can check this out. Now, without any further ado, let's start with the today's uh, topic. So this is the agenda what we are going to cover. So we'll see how this particular MuleSoft integration will unlock new capabilities for Agentforce. Okay, we'll talk about what is Agentforce and its key components. Then the actual topic, MuleSoft for Agentforce topic center, right? We'll discuss what this is, and based on my understanding, whatever documentation I have gone through, I have just prepared one simple life cycle around it just for better understanding, and then we'll jump on to the demo part. Okay, so now to understand how this particular topic center, MuleSoft topic center for Agentforce, unlock the capabilities for Agentforce, right? So basically, usually what we will have, right, we will have our API, which will be calling a third-party system, either to insert some data or get a data from that particular third-party system, right? Now, this is with respect to the API. If we have a web application, it will connect it. It will get the data like we have to create a lead, we have to get a lead, we have to book appointment, we have to retrieve appointment, right? So all this can be possible through API over a web application. Now, what we want to integrate, or we want to enable the agent to connect to this third party system. So the Salesforce has come up with the MuleSoft Topic Center for Agentforce, which will allow agent to connect to MuleSoft APIs that will call the third party system. We have to do a nominal changes if we are if we have to convert any existing application to, so that it can be consumed in the agents. Okay, so when we talk about agent, we will be touch basing upon multiple things here. We will see what is the API catalogs, how it works. Then we will see how we can create a agent. Okay, and within that agent, how we can consume topic. We are going to create topic in MuleSoft. Usually we create a raml, but instead of that we will be creating a OS 3.0 that we will be consuming in the agent. So this is the just a simple diagram I have put together just to explain how this third party systems can be consumed within the agent. Okay. Now, what is Agentforce, right? So as you all know, Agentforce is a proactive conversational AI solution agents. Okay, and that sits on the Salesforce platform. Okay. Now, the autonomous agent is an advanced type of AI that can understand and respond to the inquiries, then take action with or without any human intervention. Okay, so these are some key components of the agent force. So, as you all aware, data is very crucial or key part of the AI. Without data, we cannot train our AI, right? So we'll be having a data. So agent need this relevant data to understand the company and its customer, right? And it will use the structured and unstructured data will be used to make an informed decision. So based on that, only agent could do an informed decision. Then the reasoning engine. Okay, the reasoning engine is the brain behind the agent. Okay, so it will enable agents to think deeply, understand the human intent, and then take action within a conversation. Okay, so Salesforce uses the Atlas reasoning engine. And then action. So actions are nothing but the individual task agent to do a agent performs to do a particular job. Okay, so we'll be having a number of tasks. Basically, each task is responsible to perform a certain job for that particular agent. Okay, and then topic is we could say it's a category where we will be grouping all our actions. Okay, so we will be defining some instruction. Based on that instruction, it will understand what exact action needs to be called, as in that instruction will help agent to trigger that particular action. Okay, so these are the key components. Then this MuleSoft for Agentforce Topic Center. Okay, so this is nothing but a API integration platform that enables the autonomous AI agents to interact with external data source. So we saw the first diagram where we were trying to fetch data from external system. Right, that's what this particular Agentforce will help us to achieve. Okay, now why MuleSoft is used for Agentforce Topic Center, right? So as we know, right, the API connectivity, it will enable the seamless connectivity between Agentforce and external APIs. It has a simplified API management. Topic creation and management is also enable developers to create a topics that include action and instruction from the API. So with the help of ACB itself, we could design our OS and we can define the required topic instruction along with the actions. We'll see how the actions will be created within that OS specification in a minute. Now the last would be the autonomous API interaction, right? It will enable Agentforce to interact with the external APIs seamlessly. Okay. Now we saw in the previous slide, right? Topic will be collection of action, right? But if we talk in detail about this, right, it will inform how agent can use a Mule API, and within that we will be having actions and the instructions. So action will leverage the API operations. So when we are going to create a OS file, within that OS file we'll be defining our different endpoints, different operations. Okay, each operation can be treated as an action, and within that action we can give the certain instruction, and then the instruction will help us to, or it will guide agent to understand how that action can be used or which action can be used to achieve certain task. Okay. Now coming to the life cycle, right? So we will do a design, will connect, will consume, manage. Okay, so design and development can be done through ACB. We just need to ensure that we are keeping agent force in mind when we are designing and developing our OAS as well as implementation. Then discovery of the API. So once we publish the exchange, once we publish our OS to exchange, we need to synchronize that to the API catalog under Salesforce. Okay, so this is how it can be discovered to the agent. And once it's discovered, same can be once it's discovered and the connectivity is enabled, same can be consumed into an agent and can be monitored further. Okay, so this is the simple life cycle based on my understanding. I was able to put together. Okay. So that's it about the theory. Okay, we will jump on to the demo part. So there are several steps we need to follow. So as part of this demo, first we will see how we are going to synchronize the Salesforce org with MuleSoft Anypoint platform. Once we synchronize that, we'll see. We will not exactly see how we are going to build that MuleSoft application. I have already made one, but I'll show you how we can create a OAS keeping agent force in a mind. Okay, how what all things needed to create a topic in ACB. Okay, once that is done, we will follow the usual steps. We deploy the application. We create a instance on the API manager. We'll synchronize API manager, runtime manager, right? So basically, we'll just deploy our application, MuleSoft application. Once that is done, within a Salesforce, we'll see how the API which we have published on the MuleSoft Exchange, how that can be synchronized to API catalog. Once that is synchronized to API catalog, we'll enable that connection. So we again need to follow certain steps. Then we'll see how we are going to create an agent using Agentforce and how we can consume our API into that Agentforce. So before I jump on to the Salesforce org, anyone has any questions? Okay, I'll take that as a no then.
Oh, sorry.
So these are the steps which I have just explained. Okay, we are going to follow this 13 steps to complete our demo.
Yep,
Okay.
Venkatesh Pratik, I think has something to ask you.
Yeah, am
Yeah,
I audible?
yeah, you are
Yes,
now.
yes, Pratik, please go ahead.
Yeah, Venkatesh and Vikas. Just one small question. So, Agent Force, this we will be creating this Agent Force in the Salesforce platform, and that Agent Force we are going to expose in MuleSoft, that right? That is our.
No, we will expose our APIs to Agentforce. So it's the other way around. So we'll be creating
Mhm.
applications and deploying on the runtime manager as in the MuleSoft API, which will
Okay.
be connecting to a third-party system. And
Okay.
that API will be exposed to the Agentforce. So we will be consuming that API in Agentforce.
Oh,
So
okay.
it
So MuleSoft role
is
will be only feed the data to the Agent Force, is it?
basically, yeah. So
Uh,
basically, MuleSoft role is to connect this third-party system. You see this slide, right?
mhm.
This is the so this left hand side you see it's a Salesforce ecosystem, right? That
Mhm.
will come and connect to this third party system via MuleSoft. So
Third
Mules
party system, when you say it's any like legacy
any
system.
anything
Okay.
anything. I am just
Okay.
basically mentioning third party system because if it's part of a Salesforce ecosystem only or any internal applications, right? Where we
Okay,
could
so
have
the
easily
role of the mule here is just to connect with the third-party
yeah.
system, take the data and feed to the Salesforce agent force. Then it will take actions based on its instructions, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
got it.
yes.
Thank you
So
so much.
in the example, we will be going to see how we can create an appointment and retrieve the appointment status. Okay.
Appointments, what does it represent?
Booking appointment. If I'll come to that when I'm going to explain that scenario,
Oh,
right?
okay. Okay.
Basically, I'm going to consider a hypothetical scenario where I have a energy and utility company where they have a support where they will reach out, as in the customer will reach out and book for
Mhm.
meter installation appointment, right? They own a new
Okay.
property and they want a
Mm-hmm.
meter to be set up on the property, right? So instead of going via email or their web application or mobile app, they can directly through the agent the
Okay.
appointment on their preferred slot and how they will retrieve. Okay, it's a simple
Okay.
use case only. I have not added any fancy stuff in the MuleSoft code. I just use object store. We'll come to that, but this is the overall. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Got it, buddy. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So this is which I have just explained. We are going to follow. So now let me first connect to my MuleSoft. And I'm going to create one. I have already a playground, Agentforce playground. So when we directly go to the hands-on orgs, so from we won't able to create a agent playground. Okay, you have to come to this particular module, and from here only you could create a agent play. Okay, so I have wrote few articles. In that articles I have given all those links. Okay, so once the playground is ready, you just have to launch it, and it will open that playground.
So Venkatesh, we have a question from
So as I
Davis.
said,
So can you please check the chat once?
yeah,
Davis is asking like, does the data need to be cached in Salesforce, or it will be required to make this API call every time
API call,
it need
API
to?
call will be made. Okay, so the scenario what I'm presenting here, it would be always a API call. We are not doing any caching and all. So basically, consider a real-time scenario also, right? Because once I created an appointment, I also need to check the status, right? What is happening? Whether the agent has started a travel, if it's travel, it's reached a property, how the progress is going on, right? So it's all API call. It's a real-time data they're fetching. We are not caching it. If there are any scenario where they want to do a cache, right, it's again the business related requirement, but it's a API call always. uh, so once we start on that, once we created an agent, right, we'll show you how once we have given a prompt, right, how that agent is collecting a data and how it's making the API call. So we can see that in the agent builder. I hope that's clear, Davis. Okay, so I'm logged into this playground now. First thing what I'm going to do, as I said, right, I need to first synchronize my uh, Salesforce work with the Anypoint platform. Okay, so for doing that, first I need to create a Mule direct access, then enable the Einstein and Agentforce within Salesforce. So let's do that. So once I'm set up, I'll just go here. I'll establish the MuleSoft Direct Connect. As I have already opened my Anypoint platform here, it won't ask me credentials. Okay, it will directly sync up once I have given the region and the use credentials. If you are not logged in, it will give a prompt to enter the credentials. Okay, now you can see it has been connected. As it's trying to connect, yeah, it has been connected, so it has connected to the instance. Okay, after that, to make this in the working condition, we need the Einstein and we need agent force to be enabled. By default both are disabled in the account, so we need to enable it by going to Einstein setup. I'm going to enable the Einstein. Okay, then agent force. Okay, so we'll just enable agent force here and then enable the default agent. Okay, so now With this, we have completed the first step. Now I'm going to the Anypoint platform. In the Salesforce setup itself, we have Anypoint platform setup. From this Anypoint platform, I'm going to create a connection with this Salesforce org. I'm going to create a connection with my Anypoint platform. So click on go to. So this is important thing. Okay, I need to copy this tenant key. Make sure it should be a secret one. We should not share it with anyone. Okay, so I have copied this, and then I'm going to go my US region. It will open the any platform. Here we have to go to access management and Salesforce, and click on add Salesforce log. So ignore this one I just created for just to make sure it is working fine. So I'll clicked on the add Salesforce org, and the tenant ID what we have copied there, right? Tenant key. You just have to paste it here and click on add. Okay. So this will add this Salesforce org tenant key, and it will sync up our Salesforce with this one. Once we click on add, we'll get Anypoint platform R key. We just have to copy this and then go back to Salesforce instance. Here in Salesforce instance, we Anypoint platform org ID and click on connect. So here the connection has been established. Permission are not yet given. Okay, so first thing I'm going to enable the instance in MuleSoft Anypoint platform. Okay, and then make MuleSoft Anypoint platform API available in Salesforce. Okay, so this is the key thing which has to be enabled. So for to enable this, we again has to go to Anypoint platform. This is the which I have just created. Okay, see, right? You do not allow this Salesforce or import API. We are planning to import a API, right? So we just have to click this, select a business group, and that's it. So we have enable the connectivity between the Salesforce org and MuleSoft, and we are ready to import the API or discover that API is in Salesforce API catalog. Okay. So far, any question, guys? Okay. So we have completed the second part also. Now, on the third part, we'll see how the OS will look like. Okay, so I already have an OS file, but I'll show you how we can create a new OS specification, keeping Agentforce in mind, right? So you have to get ACB. If you don't know how to get it and all, I have already wrote a couple of blogs here, so from there you can find it out. Now, what I'm going to do, so in Anypoint code builder, I'm going to design an API. When I say design an API, here I'll be getting an option. Enable this API for agent topic and actions. So once we enable it, certain extensions will be added into a OS specification. I'll show you that in a minute. Let me just click on add. It's a bit slow, sorry. Uh, just a minute, guys. It has reopened it. Meanwhile, it's coming up, right? So, article I have explained how we can create OS specification keeping Agentforce in mind. So if you see this, enable this API for agent and topic action, right? This has to be enabled. Once we enable this, this extension will come, okay, from Salesforce by default. And the meaning of this extension is it's a custom extension for Salesforce. This will enable an API for agent, topic, and action. Okay. And once we added that, we would be having different attributes. So under operation, we could add this attribute where we'll say this will act as a agent action. Okay. Whether that particular action required any input, it can be displayable or it has any personal identified information. Okay. Let me see if it's still opening. Okay, I have clicked on design API. So once we clicked on design API, guys, meanwhile it's coming up, right? Let me just restart it, okay? I'll just reopen again the visual. Okay, let it open. Meanwhile, I'll explain here. So once we are here, right, we'll just have to checkbox this, enable this API, then give the project name, the project working directory, type of the API is REST, and this has to be OS 3.0 if, because only in this version the topic and action would work, and we have to select our business group. Let me see if it is okay now. Meanwhile, it's opening, right? I'll just try to explain the RAML what I'm doing here. So this is the RAML we are going to use. As I said, we this is the extension we are using, and we are defining a topic. The name of the topic is booking management, and within that topic, we are giving instruction, right? What this topic is about, okay? And what is the scope of topic, and what is the clarification description. So when we have discovered this in the API log catalog, and then added as a library to our agent, this information will help us help agent to identify which topics to select or choose when any certain prompt came into agent. Okay, and based on that topic it will further decide which action should be selected and invoked. Okay, within that action also we are giving the description and the summary of this particular action. As I said, right, this publish as agent action attribute would has to be there if we want to treat this particular resource as action, and then we will define whether it requires an input parameter. So I'm expecting a query parameter within my API as well as a request body. That's why there we have given is user input. So it has two operations, two action. One is to book the appointment, another is to retrieve the appointment. Okay, so I don't know what is the issue with this. Okay, it opened now. Yeah, so I have selected this. I just create a test project. We have to select the location. Okay, I'm going to select a folder, a location, and business group. Okay, click on create. We'll be having some predefined text. So I'm going to copy the same raml which I have on the blog. So I just wanted to show you one thing. Okay, once we have added this raml, one new screen we popped up where we could see all the details what we have given in the topic. Okay, what is the instructions we have given, scope, classification, name, and all that details. Okay, so let's see if it's coming up. Okay, so I'm going to just replace this, save it. It will take a few seconds, okay, to get that string up. So it's just running few things here. It will be enabling some extensions, API extensions, and this will pop up that screen. Let's give it 5 to 10 seconds. Meanwhile, let me see if I have that screenshot somewhere. Yeah, so I was talking about this particular screen, what we are saying here, right? Agent topics. So it would give the label, classification, scope, instructions. So whatever we are giving in this section, right? We could see that in the screen when the raml is loaded. Oh, sorry, OS specification is loaded. Okay. So yeah, the component is still starting. Okay. Another thing we need to ensure before we publish this OS specification to exchange, by default certain rule set has to be certain rule set will be applied. Okay. It seems some issue with the component. Okay, guys, I don't know what happened. It was 11:30, but anyways, let's go to the screenshot what I have here. So once the raml is ready, before we publish the raml, we need to apply a governance rule set to it. Okay, so there are by default this rule set will be available, and once all this rule set has been verified or approved of our OS specification, then only we are good to publish our OS specification. So this has to be confirmed. So the rule sets are nothing but like if we are creating a topic, okay, so it should have action, it should have a topic. If it's a topic, it should have a topic name, it should have a topic scope. So all the rules what we usually have on raml also, right? Like the raml name should be there, description should be there, title should be there. Like that we have different rule set present under this Salesforce API topic and action enablement. Okay, let me see if it's no, it's still failing. Okay, so once this is done, we can deploy our. I'm not going to publish this raml because I have already published it. But if we have to deploy, if we have to publish this raml, right, we just have to go and give the greater than symbol and let's say publish to exchange. Okay, this extension is not loaded, that's why we are unable to see that publish exchange command, but the extension is loaded, right? We could see that command as well, so it will automatically publish that OS specification to our exchange. Okay, let me see if I have that screenshot somewhere. So you see right here, like this will be having a command publish MuleSoft publish API project to exchange. Okay, it will once we just publish it, it will update all the details under exchange.json file and it will publish that specification. Okay, and this is also important thing. The tag has to be there on the exchange. Okay, if these two tags are not present, when we are going to consume this particular topic into Agentforce or under API catalog, this particular specification won't be discoverable in the Salesforce API catalog. Okay, so this is also important thing. Tag has to be there. If you're not using ACB and you're creating RAML, or sorry, the OS specification in text editor, when you publish it, you go to Exchange and add these two tags. Okay. So now we have I have already published that to Exchange. Let me quickly show you that. So this is the raml I have published, and as I said, right, it has this two tags. That's it. Okay. So once we publish the raml, we could start with the implementation. As I said, I have already implemented it. So let me open that folder. So here, as I said, I have created two endpoints, two resources. One is to book appointment, another to get the appointment. And I'm not using any, I'm not calling any third party system, just demonstration purpose. I'm storing that details into object store and retrieve, and when the get call comes, I'll retrieve that data based on specific booking ID from the object store. Okay. And I have also created a third endpoint just to understand whether the data is getting inserted into object store or not. It will just fetch all the available bookings present in that object store. So for testing purpose, I have added few somewhere in the afternoon. So let me just try to call this and see how many are there as of. So as of now, we have only both are tomorrow 10, 11. So we'll try to add a few more. Sorry, it seems some issue with the anypoint code build. Okay, not connecting. Let's see if I can resolve that error.
And also Venkatesh, like you can just switch the background to white so that it's all more visible on the Anypoint Code Builder. Yeah,
Sorry.
on the Anypoint Code Builder. Yeah, Anypoint
Yeah.
Code Builder say a Visual Studio background to white, maybe, yeah, so that it's more readable.
Okay. Can you help me out? I can how I can change that. I did it earlier. I forgot from where I can
Yeah,
change
yeah.
it. I guess
Maybe,
it's from here only, right?
I think
Theme.
themes. Yeah, color theme. Yeah, just use light.
Theme.
Yep,
This is
now
okay.
it's good. Thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, but I don't know whether it will work or not because it's taking a lot of time. Usually, it won't take that much of time. Uh,
Okay.
Meanwhile, let's see if I have the screenshot for that as well, where I have tried to show the endpoints. So, mm, no, I don't have. Let's see if it opens or else I'll just go to the XML and I'll try to explain how it has, how I have created it. Let's give it a last try. If it didn't open, I can quickly go to XML and I can showcase that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
Amrit is
not
asking
opening.
like is
Sorry.
using Studio better than VS Code? Some issues coming in the code.
Yeah, see, the first only use this to explore the difference between Usual
Yeah.
Studio and Anypoint Studio. So in the live project, I'm using Anypoint Studio only, but would to get familiar with this ACB as of now. Can't comment much. And the XML part, guys, sorry. Yeah, it opened. Okay. So it has, as I said, booking. I'll just get the ID, booking ID. Based on that, I'll try the information from objects. I'll transform it and return back to the uh, consumer. Okay, and in the post booking also transformation and object store. Okay, and the key would be my correlation ID that will act as a booking ID. And then third, where I'm just retrieving all the data from object store and then sending a main endpoint. We have it here. Those instance on the evening to let me go to the API manager. So once we created an instance, we get auto discovery ID. We will add auto discovery ID here and we'll deploy our application. Once we deploy our application, I'm using Cloud of 2.0. We need to get the URL and add that to the consumer endpoint and the application endpoint, that URL. Okay. Because when we are going to use this, when we are going to discover this in the API catalog, this URL is required to enable the connectivity between this Agentforce and MuleSoft. Okay, so you need to update that URL here. Okay, so now with this, we have our MuleSoft application ready, which is at this moment talking to the object store, but in real time scenario it will be talking to a third party system or any other applications. Okay. So with this, we have covered publish it to the exchange, create API in the API manager, implement it to the ACB, updated discovery, deploy the code. Okay, and these are the usual activities what we do, right? So all these steps we have covered so far. If any one of you has any issues, feel free to reach out to me or email. Also, you can just refer my blogs. Okay, I have detailed out each and everything. I have created short videos as well. But still, if you have any questions, you can ping me via LinkedIn, or you can reach out to me via email or Medium as well. Okay. So with this, we have deployed our application. Now let's see how we are going to that exchange our API within a Salesforce. So I'm now going back to my Salesforce organization. Okay, I'm into my Salesforce or here I need to go to API catalog. So once I go to API catalog, here we will see a MuleSoft. Okay, and we just have to start sync. So just a note here, sometimes it takes up to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes to synchronize the API. So immediately we will not see it. Most of the time it's quicker only. We will get it within 10 to 15 seconds. But in few occurrence also I have observed it took up to 5 minutes to get that particular API discovered in the API catalog. Okay, so we'll just have to wait for couple of minutes, I believe. So again, how we are going to synchronize that, I have explained that in the consume the MuleSoft topic in Salesforce Agentforce. I have explained that details, and how we are going to create a topic under this particular uh, article, create a topic in MuleSoft. Once it's ready, here I have explained how it can be consumed, how we go to API catalog, and as I said, right, I have added short videos as well where we can see how it will be visible. So let me see if it's synchronized. Yeah, so now we can see our API booking API is discovered here, but the connection is inactive. Okay, so we need to activate that connection. So when we are going to activate this, okay, let that screen comes in. So here we have the activate connections. Okay, and if you see here, these are the two operations we are seeing which we had in our rammer. Okay, I'm going to activate a connection. So when I'm going to create activate connection, so again one more thing here, special characters, and I'm unable to recall whether the numbers are supported or not, but for sure special characters are not supported here. So whenever you're creating the label or name, ensure that you're not adding any special characters. I believe number is also not supported, but I can quickly check, post this, and I'll let you know, guys. But safer side, I'm just keeping alphabets only here. Now I'm going to create and continue. So once you create and continue, right, it will create a name credentials, external credentials, and permission sets by default. Okay, let's see what that name credentials and all. Okay, so this name credentials, right? uh, name credentials will be having the metadata about our API. Okay, what is the endpoint of the API URL? What type of authentication they are using, and external credential reference. Okay, external credential reference would hold the actual information about the credentials, as in if it's a client enforcement, what is the client ID secret token, and all that details will be present in the external credentials. And then permission sets. Okay, so to what all object we will be having access on for that particular catalog, right? For that particular catalog, for what all object we need a permissions. Okay, so that all details will present in the permission sets. Okay, so by default it won't have access to credentials, external credentials object. Okay, so we are going to give that access, I have just clicked on the manage user assignment, that have created a new window. Here I'm going to click on view summary. Once I've clicked on view summary, I'm going to see the summary of this one, and I'm going to go to object permissions. So as of now, you see doesn't have any access on any object. So I'm just going to add a external credentials object, because when we are going to call the API, we need that access to a credentials, right? Which was created by default when we have created direct access, and this when we have activated this particular connections, right? I'm going to search external credentials here. As you can see, it doesn't have any access. I'm just going to give a read access. Save. Okay. So once this is done, just go back and click on next. So now it's pending. Once we click on done, both action will be activated. Okay, it's activating the action, and now we can see both the actions are activated now. Okay, now we will come back to permission sets again. Okay, because when we are going to create an agent also, that particular agent also need access to connect to this particular API catalog what we have created, right? So within this permission set, so as I said, right, by default it has created these three things. It has created a name credentials, external credentials, and permission sets. When we have clicked on activated, these three things has been created for our booking API. Okay, so once we created that agent, we have to give access to that agent by adding that particular agent under the permission sets. So we have to assign that agent under the permission sets. Okay, now let's see how we are going to create an agent. So far we have covered point number 11. Okay, now I'm going to search for Agentforce. Here in Agentforce, we will be having the Agentforce Studio, and I'm going in the Agentforce agents. Okay, so we could use the default agent also, but when we use a default agent, right, by default it has all the related permissions. So instead of that, I'm going to create a new agent, and I'm going to disable all the first before that, right? I'm just going to say it's agent service agent for service agent. We'll go next, and these are the pre-built topic from Salesforce. I'm going to disable everything. I'm not going to add anything here. Okay, I'll go next. I'll just add meetup. Okay. Then we have to give some description, role, and the company related information for the service agent. Okay, I already have some documented points. Just to save some time, I'm going to copy paste that. 1 minute. Okay, this is the description. Deliver the personalized customer interaction with an autonomous AI agent. Agent for service agent. Support your customer with common inquiries, booking, and retrieval of the booking. So that's the description I'm going to give for this agent. Okay, and the role is an AI customer service agent whose job to help the customer with the booking related queries. That's the role. And the company information, as I was saying earlier, right? It's a hypothetical power take energy and utility company which deals with the meter installation, troubleshooting issue, and etc. That's I'm going to add it here, and we have to give it as a new agent user. Okay, so once we create this, by default it will create one user. Okay, and within that we have to assign that user to our permission sets. I'm going to click on next. No action needed here, just click on create. So once we have clicked on create, it is trying to create an agent for us. Okay, we will not do any activity here as of now. We'll just go back to the setup page, and as I was saying, we will go to a permission set. Okay, Under permission set, so our API name was booking API, right? So it would be created something like booking API hyphen permission set, name credentials, external credentials, like this all three things will be created. But we are looking for permission sets only, so that's why booking API permission sets. I'm inside the permission set now. I need to go to manage assignments. Within this manage assignment, I can't see any current assignment. So I'll go to add assignments and I look for a user which was created by our meetup agent. So I can see this is the user has been created. I'm going to use this user, click next, assign, and done. Okay, that's it. Okay, now come to your agent in agent builder. Now, two-way we can add topic. One is as a library because we have added as a uh, uh, we have imported that as an exchange. It will come as a library, or you can just create a new topic. If there is no existing topic available, you can create it. But we already have that topic available, so I'll just go to add from library and look for booking here. Click on this. So this is the booking management v1 which we have created with the classification and scope. Okay, I'm going to click on finish. So you can see the topic has been created here. So once you go inside this topic, under topic actions, we can see booking retry v1 and booking create v1. Okay, and if you want to add any further, we could do that. But as of now, we don't need that. And these are the details which we have added in our YAML as are present here. Sorry, OS are present here. Now, once you added a topic, you need to ensure that you are refreshing this particular agent. Okay, if we have not refreshed it, it won't reflect this particular topic. Okay, so I'm just going to initiate a chat now. I'll just say hi. Okay, it has responded with me, and we could see the transcript here. What is happening? Okay, so it is just normal instruction, reasoning. Okay, and nothing, just a static message as written. So I'm going to say need help with appointment booking. Okay, so when I say I need help with appointment booking, right? Let me go to the OS ones. So if you see here, right, in the description I have given these details. That customer booking details include booking date, time, product information, and the special request, right? Based on that, it is asking me these details. Okay, so when I say preferred date time would be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Meter installation, and I don't have any special request. Okay, meter installation and enter. Okay, so now once I clicked enter, it is trying to invoke that particular API. Okay, so this is how we can see it's calling our API. Okay, it has went here, it has identified the action booking create. Okay, and then based on that, it has created a structure the way our API is expecting and invoked our API, and it has our API has returned this response back to it. Okay, now when I say get the booking status, so now in this particular prompt itself, it has a context of it, right? So it would directly fetch the same ID what was returned from the previous one and make another API call. Okay, so as you can see in the action, it's going to retrieve now, and here it's passing a booking ID, and in the response we will see all the details provided by our API. Okay, and if I just call this get API, which is retrieving all the data from object store, we can see it here. Okay, So this is how we have enabled this agent to interact with our external system through MuleSoft. Okay. So all these details I have added in the four blocks. I have written of four blocks. Okay, I can quickly show you.
Maybe you
So
can ping those links in the chat here also, Venkatesh.
sure, sure, yeah, yeah. Vikas. So this is the first block which will give the high level idea about this topic center. Then how we can connect Salesforce and any one platform. Then how to create topic in ACP and publish it, and then finally how to consume it in the Agentforce. Okay. So yeah, I guess with this pretty much it. I have added all the references in the slide as well because I'm going to ping this anyways in the chat, all the links. But the references are available in the deck as well. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, right, do let me know. Okay, I can see a lot of questions here. So that's all from my presentation point of view. Shall we go ahead with the questions now?
Yep, Venkatesh. Yep. I think questions are also covered. Like people are asking about the Medium blog link which you have pasted. But yeah, just check the chat once. If any question is unanswered, we can try answering it.
Yeah, I'm just pinging the links first. Yeah, so I have pinged the blog links. Can you share the Medium link? Done. Is using, okay, that is also done. Could you please post the notepad plus steps here? Okay. So if you follow the links, right, it's just a rough notes. I just thought of adding it so that we could understand the flow. But if you refer the Medium links, you can get the detail how the flow is going on. Uh, I'm available on. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's all. No other questions I can see in the chat. Guys, anyone has any other questions?
Yeah, guys. If any question, please unmute and ask. But yeah, I think yep, Venkatesh, no questions. Yep.
Okay
Yep,
then.
Venkatesh, thank you so much for your time, Venkatesh, and really insightful session. And thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you all. Bye.